Hello, LTDF fans. Tracey Lawrence in here with Francisco, and we've got a special guest waiting in the wings from Be.Live. Maria from Customer Success will be joining us in just a moment. So just wanted to say hello. We're trying a very different time frame for this. So I know that some of our Australian and other friends find some of my Canadian times challenging. So we are trying this. It's 11 p.m. for me. So if I fall asleep, it's because I'm old. But what I am really excited about this, because we're going to be talking a little bit more about the editor. It's something that I'm particularly excited about because it's one thing to go live, but the ability to use that asset in multiple ways is something that I've really been playing with. I will say I haven't quite mastered it yet, but it's something that I'm really enjoying exploring. Um, Francisco, I wanted to give a huge shout out to you. You've been really demoing. I enjoyed your
Um,
mobile. And how did you find that experience, Francisco, of going live on mobile?
first, hello everyone. It's 7 a.m. here in the UK, so honestly, everyone is doing an effort to be here at the best time for you guys. In regards to the questions, I think that the mobile app experience is like very straightforward, easy to use. It's like just one click to go live. You can manage your branding. You have the backstage chat. It's really like cool. I cannot use another word. It's like easy
Excellent.
and friendly. So I'm really excited today because we got one guest from the BeLive team as well. I
Perfect.
will be just like behind the scenes giving some support.
Quarterbacking.
So I just wanted to like pop and say hello. So
Excellent.
you can go on, Tracy.
And then for members, please tell us if you're here and where you're from. And just a reminder that if you click the link to tell us, like to give Be Live permission to show your who you are. For example, I can see that we've got Tracey saying good morning from Aussie, and we've got another Australian, but I don't know who that second one is. Shout out to Tracey on an unrelated topic. I had an opportunity to watch her demoing her course management system. And Tracey, you're a total rock star. So just couldn't be more appreciative of you sharing your knowledge as well on that side of things. So let's dive in here and let's get Maria to join us and to just say hello and a little bit about who she is. And then we're going to watch a video. And just a reminder that we're trying to show you some of the things that BeLive can do. And especially if you're somebody who doesn't love going live or you're nervous about it, just a reminder that we're going to play a short video, but you can also go live like we're doing here now and play a longer video and put the comments on and all of those sorts of things just to minimize the variables while you're getting used to going live, and then pop right back in and answer some questions. So we're trying to show you how you can use these different things. In addition to videos, you can upload slides, PDFs, and other resources, especially if you've got low bandwidth. That also minimizes the margin for error because it's all being served from the BeLive servers. But Maria, over to you. Do you mind just introducing yourself? We've had the opportunity to work
Yes,
quite extensively together, which I've been delighted with. But can you introduce yourself and a little bit about your role at BeLive?
yes. Hello, my name is Maria. I'm customer success manager, and I handle onboarding most of all. And I'm the one like sending out emails and trying to keep everyone updated on the new features. So yeah, if you ever struggle with something around BeLive, you can always reach out to support and schedule a demo with me, so we can have a one-on-one, and I can show you all of the perks of BeLive and do like just basically like one-on-one trainings. And also, when you're reaching out to support, feel free to ask them for information as well, as they're 24/7 and can help you on the spot. And we, of course, have tutorials and articles describing every feature in details.
Well, and I had such a good experience with Vlad from your support team. So give him
Oh,
a shout out as well. I sometimes don't trust support. You know, everybody says we got support, but then I dropped a question into the support for BeLive, and right away, just troubleshooting and really just a delight to work with.
yeah. We
So,
absolutely take a lot of pride in our support team. They are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed, because sometimes support's like, meh, but he was quite good. Welcome, Daniel, as well. Said hello. So I think what we're going to do now is start with a video on um, on editing. So Francisco's going to key this up and take Maria and I off screen so that you can watch this video, and we will then pop back on after the video is done playing. So off to the video.
Are you tired of using complicated tools to edit your videos? Do you want to reach a wider audience, establish your brand, and boost your business more effectively? All these and more can be done with BeLive's video editor. In this tutorial, you will learn how to trim unnecessary parts of your stream, discover your stream highlights through audience activity, customize your videos for promotional use, and record quick videos. With this tool, there is no need to download the entire broadcast. You can share the clip directly to Facebook or YouTube, saving you a ton of post-production time and cost. To access the video editor from the studio, click Trim Live Broadcast. You will be directed to your Videos and Broadcasts page. Under Video, you will include your past broadcast that you made or edited using the video editor. Under Broadcasts, you will see all past streams that you made with BeLive. Now for this tutorial, I'll select the last broadcast I made using BeLive. And you're now in the video editor. Now click Media to find your existing broadcasts, recorded videos, and uploaded files, but more on that later. For now, let's go back to the video editor where you can trim and edit your recording. The big screen is your video preview. If you click on any point on the timeline, you'll be able to preview a specific frame. Click here to play or pause the clip. Now you can also click Zoom in for a closer view of the timeline or Zoom out for a wider view. These two controls will allow you to locate specific parts of your broadcast. Click Fit to view the whole timeline within the screen. If you make a mistake, don't worry. Simply click Undo to reverse your last action. And to restore the last action, click Redo. If you want to cut out unnecessary parts at the beginning and end of your stream, simply drag the orange slider to select your new start and end points. The new times will be reflected on the left side. Here at the bottom, you will see your audience activity. This section displays comments and reactions made by your viewers during the broadcast. Click an icon to pinpoint the exact moment it was made during your stream. This data will help you to determine the highlights of your broadcast through user engagement and activity. Next, we have your studio activity. This displays all activity that you made in the studio during your broadcast, including photos you uploaded, guests you added, layout changes, comments displayed, and more. You can also hide or show specific elements by clicking on them. Another great feature of the editor is the ability to personalize your video clips. You can select an overlay style, change your background, and even add text. Take this opportunity to tell your audience what your broadcast is all about. And that's it for the video editor feature. Now let's go back to the Media tab. Under All, you'll find both your existing broadcasts and your uploaded files. Under Broadcasts, you'll find past streams that are available for download. If you click Uploads, you'll find all your uploaded media. Click Broadcasts to select broadcasts that you want to upload to the editor. Those uploaded will be marked with Already Added. If you want to create personalized video cards for your audience, then click Record. You can change your camera or microphone by clicking the gear icon, and once you're ready, hit Record. To save the recording, click Save. This new clip will be added under the Media tab, which is also saved for future use. To upload your own media to the broadcast, click Upload. If you want to download the new clip or broadcast that you edited, click Download on the right. To share the broadcast directly to your Facebook group or page, you click here. Fill out the details and hit Share. And that's it. If you like this tutorial, feel free to give it a like and subscribe to our channel.
So just a reminder that they've got really good resources on YouTube as well as inside the platform. If you go to Help, there's a lot of resources to learn how to use different features. So I fiddled around with, I'm not great at looking at the instructions. So I fiddled around with the video editor, and then I was like, I don't know how to do this. Clicked right into the help desk, because the first question I had is, if I was editing a video, am I impacting the original file? And I'm not, by the way. So that was something that I was hesitant to edit into clip because I wanted to maintain the original. That's taken care of by default. So any comments sort of on the editor, and any tips, Maria, that you've learned on sort of how to use it or how people are putting that into action? Because it's one thing to have a feature, but then it's another
Yeah.
thing to sort of how does this feature actually impact people and using their in the businesses?
Yeah, I know one of the most common like use cases for editor is just having a few snippets after you do the stream. So like usually the streams are 30, 40 minutes long. And what you want to do with like repurposing pretty much is you find those like highlights of that whole like entire video, the long video, and you just cut out this like 1 minute talk from your guest, for example, or 1 minute showcasing a product that you did during this bigger stream, and you edit that out, take a little snippet. You don't interfere with an actual video that you streamed, the post that you did on Facebook, or if you did it on YouTube, whatever, it will be, it will stay intact. And this is just a little way for you to do like a little preview kind of your like big stream, and just share it on other social media, especially when you're trying to like branch out to other social media like platforms. This is a great way to showcase what your content is, but in a shorter form, and then encourage your audience to head over to the original stream and watch
Yeah.
it.
Well, and one of the things that you all may not be aware of is it's one thing to edit a video, but they also have right built into the editor the ability to make it into square videos, for example. So there's not the, you don't have to go into another platform to do that. There are other platforms to do that, but you can get it done really simply from right inside of BeLive, which I actually didn't realize till after I'd already bought it. Like that was just something where I went, oh, that's cool. So yeah. And do you find that people are normally using that square? I guess I know you're going to be sharing your screen, but maybe you can just show people what that looks like, Maria, if that's possible, or I'm putting you on the spot here.
Right now?
Okay. Well, I've done a video. What we'll do is we'll drop a video that I did. I did a Loom video just sort of on me demoing this, and we can drop that into the comments here.
Yeah.
But I do encourage you, and just a reminder that you can practice by recording directly to BeLive. So if you're not, I mean, obviously you can go live into it, like create a group just to do this, but you also can record directly into BeLive to play with the editor. The one thing you can also do is you can slide the agenda items in. And Francisco, I'm not sure if you've got the agenda set up for this, but it actually shows you the different markers about when did you play a video. So we don't have to watch and sort of scroll through to find out when that video started. We can actually see right on that timeline how that works. Similarly, when the title changes or when you put text sliding across the screen, or even when we're seeing comments go on screen, all of those have a little mark on them, and just makes it really easy to snip away.
Yeah.
So anyways, what else? Over to you, Maria, for what do you think that people should know that they don't know? Or what are some of the most common questions even that you get asked?
Yeah. Today I wanted to show you a few slides and share some insights. So as we talked about editor, this is one of our like special features, feature that is unique to BeLive. I wanted to show you.
So I think we're going to put your screen on,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah.
Mhm.
And hide us here. Yeah. That's...
I wanted to show you
Yep.
a few of our other unique features as well. But first of all, let me share some of our insights. What are the most common BeLive features at the moment? So our common features are like commonly used are custom branding, of course, that is adding your logo, overlays, backgrounds, adding guests, because of course, it is always beneficial to have co-hosts or just people on for quick interviews. Then on-screen agenda that Tracey just talked about, which allows you to display some text on screen to make sure that your audience is in tune with the topic that is being discussed, with the question that is being asked. And also it can help you as a teleprompter because it has the private notes built into the feature. And also then we have displaying comments that you saw earlier today. When you display the comments of your audience, just make sure that you're engaged with them, that you are keeping an eye on their questions, on their feedback, and so on. And live sales, the feature that allows you to display products and showcase your products along with the clickable links that go into the comment section automatically when you're displaying that product. And it doesn't have to be just product related or selling something. If you want to automate the experience for yourself as a host, you can create those live sales lists and make sure that your audience gets the links to your social media or maybe some file that you want them to download. You can include those links and they will be sent to the comment section automatically while you're streaming. So yeah, and so let's go over the unique features. First of all, I would like to showcase our comment assistant feature. So we can never underestimate the importance of comments. As I mentioned before, interacting with your audience is key, answering their questions, engaging with their feedback, and displaying their insights to drive that engagement in your stream. So Comment Assistant is a handy little tool that sorts your comments and highlights the positive ones and the questions in the stream feed. This way, you don't have to really be distracted and scroll through your through your comment section. You can just focus on your stream, focus on the content, focus on your audience, and let the AI Comment Assistant do that for you. So how does it work? It's a simple toggle that you turn on before the stream starts, and then the Comment Assistant will showcase positive comments and questions from your viewers. Each comment will stay on for 8 seconds, and you can hide it anytime to let the Comment Assistant know that you want to move on to the next one. But yes, overall, this is a little handy tool that helps you stay connected with your audience without distracting you from the stream. Next, we have virtual background. So with virtual background, we have two options. You can blur your background to have your background pretty much out of focus behind you, and then you are in focus. And we have the replacement of your background, which allows you to upload a customized image, and for that image to replace your background behind you. So the special thing about our virtual background is that it was developed with NVIDIA technology. That means that you don't need any special equipment. You don't need a green screen. The technology does everything for you. So we have a few suggestions for the best results, which would be to have a powerful device, of course, a solid background color behind you. It can be a white wall. It can be just a solid color wall behind you. And good lighting is always key with any stream, but especially if you're trying to use the virtual background. And yeah, a little tip, don't use clothing that is similar to your background, as you're gonna just not pop out on the screen. And also I wanted to mention about streaming that Francisco talked about a bit before. We have a mobile app, and it includes these features: inviting a guest, streaming to multiple destinations, chatting with your audience, personalizing your stream, broadcasting in landscape and portrait mode, and switching between cameras. So let's go over each feature very quickly. Inviting guests to your stream, of course. You can have a remote guest join your stream for a quick chat. And you can use multiple destinations. You can go up. You can go live to up to 5 destinations at the same time. These could be YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, your Facebook groups, your Facebook pages, your Facebook timeline, of course, same as you have in our browser version. And you can chat with your audience. You will, of course, see the comments that are that your audience is sending you. You can personalize your stream with a little logo or even an animated icon, which is awesome as well. And you can broadcast in landscape or portrait mode, whichever fits your content at that particular stream. And you can switch between cameras, meaning you can switch between the front camera and the back camera, which allows you to showcase even more, not just talk to your audience yourself, but maybe if you're showing behind the scenes or you are outside and you want to share the view with your audience, you can easily do that by switching the cameras. And that's it from my side on our special unique BeLive features. If you have any questions, please let me know.
Perfect. Thanks so much for flying through those, Maria. Now, quite a few of those are new since your previous lifetime deal, if I recall. I know that you could multi-stream before, but I think the comment assistant is new. Is that correct?
Yes.
And also 8 people on screen was what Daniel shared. I don't have that many friends, but we're going to do a party before we finish up here and invite members to hop on and, sort of test, because there's every time you add a new source, different layouts are available from BeLive, to try to maximize depending on what you're doing. If Francisco hops on right now, he can show, for example, that we can all be skinny heads, or we can be like one big head too small, or, there's all the different options. But we've got some questions here. Tracey's asking, does it record each camera as a separate stream so they can be edited individually, or is it one aggregated stream for editing, Maria?
It is one aggregated stream for now, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so Tracey, if you're planning to edit separately, I'm not sure how you would do that most effectively with this, but the consolidated stream is relatively easy to edit itself. Bruce did ask the question about any new features since the AppSumo campaign, and so we've touched on that, Bruce. Bruce also pointed out that it's really late in North America, and for those in the group, normally we do things, because I'm in Pacific time, normally we do things sort of in North American time, but with the team being in Israel and the Ukraine for BeLive, Francisco's in the UK, we thought we would test drive this and see if me staying up late, as long as I don't get grumpy for my lack of sleep, might make it easier for people in other time zones, because they're usually the ones that are having to stay up in the middle of their night or always watching recordings. So we're trying this out, and I know it's a long weekend. It's Memorial Day in the United States tomorrow, but the good news is people aren't, for the most part, working tomorrow. Tracey says it's 3:30 p.m. for her. So it is very unusual that we truly meet our Australian members' needs. And Tracey in particular is one of my favorite folks. So I'm glad we can meet your needs, Tracey. I think Francisco's going to join us now, and we're going to talk. He's going to run us through just the deal, and the link is in there. And the deal is scheduled to go for another 2 days. Now, we did forget about the holiday in the United States and that sort of thing. So sorry about that. But you'll see Francisco sort of showing the different layouts here. And you'll notice he's put an image behind the as a background for this. And you have that option to set up your own background for your show with the logo, and a reminder that you can save that as a theme. So if you, good work on the fly there, Francisco. And if you do the same show, like let's say you have a Q&A weekly in a membership group, you can set that up. You can have another one where you do, sort of a social thing, and you can just save all of those so that you don't have to reset up everything each time. Francisco, do you want to run through the deal itself?
Yes.
Get rid of my big wide head now. Like this one is.
1 second.
There we
Okay,
go.
guys. Okay, guys. I want to just do a quick run through the deal. So it's only 2 days to go, a couple of hours. So if you haven't taken any actions yet, this is your time. I have also sent an email reminding, like a few features, how also people is loving the deal. So I just want to go through the deal page. As you saw today, Maria was explaining, showcasing most of the big features. So I don't want to use my time in that part because you can see it through the video. But essentially, I want to highlight the value, of the deal. So you are getting access to all features that they currently have in their highest tier, the Pro plan. Especially Full HD is one of the main ones. They are Facebook partners that is contributing to them getting this Full HD quality on Facebook. It's not a common thing. And then if you have any questions in regards to how to redeem the deal, you can simply scroll down a bit. And we have added a few FAQ questions. So how do I get my account upgraded after the purchase? You need to simply log in, reach out the team, and they will help you right away. They have 24/7 support. So don't get stressed. Anytime you are buying, you will get your help. And then if you want to buy, just click Buy Pro LTD now, and you are sorted. So it's only 2 days to go, and it's time to take action, guys. See ya. Let me bring back the ladies.
And just a reminder that if you do have a previous lifetime deal, we got you covered. No, get rid of that screen, Francisco, because my head's too wide. There we go. Thank you. Could I be bossier there? Just a reminder that if you do have a previous lifetime deal, you contact support, let them know what you have, and they'll give you a top-up amount. And a reminder that this is mapped to their Pro plan. So as new features get added to the recurring Pro plan, you get them. There's not, so it's not a deal that's limited to specific features. In fact, it's, mapped to what they offer on their recurring. Yeah, Joe, we actually, I am a fan of BeLive. I had not used it as much though, because I'd been using other tools. But what's really great is it works on a very, not a very, I don't know, but I had been using eCam before, but on my travel laptop, it requires too much processing power. So I couldn't use eCam. BeLive, I find, is far easier to manage because, bluntly, it doesn't have a bazillion features. They're very focused on what features add to the quality of a live stream without creating confusion for the person running the live stream. So they're finding that sweet spot of enough to do a really high quality professional stream, but not making it so confusing that you've got 2,800 moving parts. So I'm still learning a little bit how to use it. What are the maximum number of destinations, Maria, that you can use? Did you say 5? Sorry.
Yes, at the moment it is 5, up to 5 simultaneously with different platforms, of course, that you can mix up.
Yeah. Shan's asking a really interesting question here. How do the company BeLive see the scope of live streaming in the near future? Why would an individual start live streaming now? The attention span is becoming low time by time. Is there any research that could be helpful? I think, Shan, one of the things that I saw, I'll let Maria answer as well, but one of the things I saw during COVID is just the explosion of live video and the explosion, well, not just live video, but video generally. And I'm really curious about Maria's perspective on this, but what I'm seeing as shorter live streams is I'm seeing live streams that are, maybe more isolated to sort of 15, 20 minutes. not necessarily the long live streams that we were seeing. Now, of course, BeLive's perfect for longer ones because you can excerpt that back out. But I don't think live streaming is going away. In fact, when I look at the growth, at least on my feed and LinkedIn, of live streams, it's really relatively new there. And, you know, Facebook's had it for a long time. But Maria, over to you. What are you seeing?
Yeah, it's been like well known for quite a while that live streams do get more engagement and better views usually than just pre-uploaded videos. And also, I agree with you on the durations of the stream. It looks like each year the duration subtracts a bit. So like you before that, maybe I think in 2019 it was closer to like 30 minutes. That was the common like duration for a live stream. Now it's more like closer, I would say, to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, because people try to go live more frequently, actually. So they check in with their audience more frequently, but with shorter videos. And also, I think that helps when, as an audience, like as the community member, for example, when you see there was a live that you missed and you see it's a 20-minute, it was a 20-minute stream, you understand that you can watch it easily in just one sitting and you don't have to like dedicate specific time for that. When you see there was a stream 1 hour long, you might now watch it right away and say like, let's do it later when I have time for that. So I think people are like trying to do quicker but more frequent streams now.
Yeah. And I think Maria raised a really good point. You know, at least I don't have the numbers on it, but the data shows that live streaming, particularly on Facebook, is still extraordinarily powerful with its reach. Paul has a good example here. You know, we tend to think about live streaming as being a business application because most of us are business people. But Paul's mentioning that, you know, his family at 75, very young 75, Paul is asking him to sort of tell a story about growing up and that sort of thing. And having family on a BeLive session not only would allow them to be a part of that, Paul, but I'm a real fan of recording video with another person, even if they're not on screen, but knowing they're present or knowing there's an audience. I tried recording my courses, just staring in front of my camera, and oh my gosh, it was painful. I sounded like a robot, and generally I think I'm a relatively good talker, but just the notion of creating, for example, if Tracey was talking about creating course content, I could have Maria and Francisco sort of on my screen because I can see the little green room there, but not have them on the main screen. So my recording wouldn't show them, but I'd see their smiling, nodding faces, giving me thumbs up as I talk. It's a pretty powerful way to create, real conversational video, especially if you're recording and repurposing it.
Just connecting with your audience as well, because the comments really help. And I think also like in terms of preparation, I've done both just videos that I need to upload later, and I've done like little streams. So when you have to like record a video and then post it, you really, I think do the post-production pretty much.
Yeah.
Like you
take record and re-record,
yes. You do multiple tries, you like take it very seriously, and you want the end product to be just flawless. But when you're streaming, nobody expects you to be like perfect. It's absolutely okay. You should be authentic, and it should be not like absolutely perfect. Yeah, so it's a lot more fun.
Are you saying I'm not being absolutely perfect? Is that what you just said to me right now?
Not you. You're the exception.
Oh, of course, yes, not me. Francisco, I wonder if you have anything that you'd like to hop on. We've got some good questions. Tracey had mentioned that she had a little like sort of lag on there. Just a reminder that Facebook, but refreshing is always the answer. But thanks, Trace, for testing that and for troubleshooting that as well. Francisco, do you want to hop on here? Anything that you'd like to add to what Maria, or anything that you've been seeing in the group? One thing I should mention, folks, if you have an Android, there is no Android mobile app. It's just for iOS. So most of us are live streaming still on desktops. So for those of you with Android, still a lot of applications for BeLive. But I guess, get an iPhone. I
Like
got a new
this.
Apple Watch today. Maybe that's not the answer to tell you to get an iPhone, but just to manage expectations, because we don't ever want somebody to pick up a product and then find out they're disappointed about it after the fact. So, any other questions that either of you are seeing in, through the deal that you think would be useful to talk about here? And folks, feel free to keep asking questions. We can see you in the comments.
Yes. I think that it's good. You mentioned a bit before, but it's good to remind that there is an upgrade path for anyone who has already a lifetime account, no matter which type of account.
Yeah.
It's important, so you can simply go there, reach out the team on the chat, and get your account upgraded. Also, in regards to like the point of the live stream, like kind of increasing in the usage, I have noticed that, for instance, LinkedIn now is like bombarded with tons of live streams, and probably the good what I like. I'm not like LinkedIn power user. I started like 3 months ago. It's kind of diving, but I have seen like the live streams there are kind of high quality. Like people, when you're going live on LinkedIn, they expect really like high quality content.
Well, and that's where BeLive really showcases the ability to, right when it hits a feed, have your logo there, have the split screen, the multiple styles. Content is obviously king, but people form impressions very quickly. And, the layouts and the different camera sort of formations, particularly if you're doing larger group interviews, really does present that sort of business look and feel.
Yeah, I
Just
think
looking here.
that is great.
No, Dan's asking a great question here. Can I use an Elgato controller during the live stream? I would love to get Stream Deck use as well. Stream Deck's something I use a lot as well, Dan. And so I've certainly put that in as a future request as well. Being cloud-based is a little trickier, but there, hopefully, even if we can get command keys that we can program to use Stream Deck, I'd love that as well, Dan. So that's certainly something. Don't worry, I'm Team Dan on that one. So I've got that going through as well. One of the things that is interesting for the group is, and Maria and Francisco about this, I'm a power user of the products that we launch. And so I'm putting all of my requests in as well. And one of the things I will say is they take requests very seriously, but depending on how you look at it, they also have a very clear line of sight with their knowledge of streaming about which features are going to have the biggest impact. And Francisco, I appreciate you playing with the backgrounds just to show how easy on the fly it is to change. So you can have, no, that wasn't, sometimes I compliment and Francisco's like, was she telling me not to do that? It just shows that you have the ability in real time to make some of these changes to the background.
It's very easy.
Anyways, if there's no other questions, it's 11:40 p.m. I'm a super early riser. Like I'm up 5 a.m. every morning. And so this is the first time I've done a live stream quite this late. Tracy's saying I like this one. I do as well. I don't prefer images behind images, just personally. I like the sort of bright images. I find that a little harder to be. Hey, there's Peter. Can you bring Peter on screen? Look.
Yes.
See, now, Peter, now that you've done that, he went back in and gave permissions. I think he rejected us first, and then he had second thoughts and decided to give us permission. And there's his handsome face on screen. Awesome. He's one of our other Aussies here. So if there's no other questions, just a reminder, the team is in the group. There's been lots of questions. So if there is a question you've asked that has not been answered, please don't assume they've ignored you. It's probably just that they've missed it. Everybody's on different time zones and that sort of thing. So ask it again, ask it through support. I'm somebody who, I had the whole group on Facebook. We've got a group Facebook Messenger, and I'm dropping all my stuff in Facebook Messenger. And as politely as they possibly could was like, have you talk to support? And then I go to support and I'm just getting inundated with answers. So just a reminder that this isn't one of those ones where you have to like know a guy who knows a guy to get support. Literally their support team or girl is extraordinary. So if you're even curious about how something works, and do take Maria up. I know that she's super busy during the deal, but that onboarding call that I had with Maria early on, she just was really like leaning into my unique use cases anyways and helping me sort out how it would work for me, because each of us has just a little bit of a, unique approach or things we're trying to achieve through going live. So without any other questions, Maria, thank you
Tracy,
so very.
sorry,
Go ahead.
before we go, I got the last thought. Remember that with Daniel, we are going to be launching a party before the deal ends.
But I
Okay,
think we should have a theme for a party. I think if you're going to have a party, like, I was suggesting that this call would be a pajama party, but other people were not quite so into that idea. But I think there should be a theme where people have to like dress in a certain color. And Francisco, you'd also committed that we were going to do a contest. So we got to give people some details on that too. So
yes.
Over the next number of days, I think the goal was to sort of figure out what's your layout, what's the look and feel. So just a snapshot. You don't even have to go live to do it, but just sort of take a picture of a theme that you've set up. Anyways,
Yes, you're
folks. Maria, Francisco, any last words before we end?
Get yours before it's gone. Simple as that.
Maria, anything last words?
Yeah, but you mentioned everything. Thank you so much for having me on the stream. Yeah, I'm excited to meet more people from your community. Yeah, come on over and let's do some demos together.
Excellent.
Exactly.
So Maria wants to do a demo with y'all, and everybody have a good day, night, whatever time it is. And thank you so much for joining us. For those of you watching the recording, please put the questions in as well, and we'll get to those as well. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
That went relatively well.